Well, in today's video, we're pleased to talk with one of our Informed brands, our first brand to certify with Informed Choice in the North African region, Keep Going. We're speaking with the founder of Keep Going, Kareem Gabriel. Thank you for joining us, Kareem.
Thanks, Paul, for inviting me. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Excellent. Well, before we start, I'll just give a little bit of a background of what Informed Choice is, what's involved, and then obviously we've got a few questions for you that we'd love to hear from you. A little bit of background on Informed Choice. You know, it was a program that was launched in 2007. It was a program that initially was launched to satisfy sporting leagues, anti-doping agencies, teams, athletes who were concerned about the products that they were providing to their athletes. They were concerned that products they were providing could potentially cause them to fail a drug test. And so that's where we looked at this and said, okay, well, we can test the product, but there needs to be something more behind it. So we created the certification. Many people think the certification is just testing. We're just testing it to make sure that the product doesn't contain banned substances. But what people don't always know is what's really behind the certification. It's not just testing, it's the audit, it's the review, third-party audit of the manufacturing sites, the supply chain, ensuring that throughout the process from ingredients to the actual production of the product, there's very little risk of contamination of any banned substances in the facility. So brands that go through our certification have to go through a pretty high bar to get certified. It's not just testing. We do a manufacturing audit. We review all the quality systems. We look at every raw material handled in the facility, making sure there's nothing in there that could be contaminated. So the manufacturers are involved in this, the brands are involved in this, because it's about prevention. If we test a product and it tests positive, it's already too late. We want to ensure that we've minimized the risk, we've eliminated the problem before we get to the testing. So any products within the program, when they reach the retail market, you can be assured that the product meets a very high quality standard. But it also speaks to the brands who are going through this certification, because it's not an easy process. There is a lot of steps they have to go through. And so brands like Keep Going have really done an amazing job making sure that they're providing a great product, a safe product for their customers. So that's a little bit about Informed Choice. Kareem, I'd love to hear from you. Maybe before we start, maybe give us some background on your brand, the markets you serve, your product portfolio, where your customers can purchase your products.
Sure, Paul. So basically, Keep Going this is how I would love to see it. It's the next generation sports nutrition and wellness brand. It's born in Egypt and it's expanding very soon across the GCC region, including UAE, Saudi, and more markets. We basically serve active individuals, health-conscious consumers, athletes who want a clean and science-backed products into their everyday lifestyle. We just started with a very limited portfolio. So today we sell whey protein, concentrate isolate, creatine monohydrate. Coming in the pipeline, lots of exciting products like EAAs, collagens, healthy snacking, and vitamins. So we have a very interesting pipeline to follow. Today we operate B2C and B2B. So our primary channel is the online store. We'll have a very solid retail presence today, online and offline. One of our biggest customers is FM Supplements. It's a very well-known supplement chain here. We're entering gyms as well. We just signed with F45. We're becoming the nutrition partner of F45 in Egypt. So our audience is made of young professionals, athletes, everyday people who are just looking for great quality product, innovation, and value for money. So these are our core pillars and the promise that we deliver to our people.
Excellent. And this isn't the first time we've worked together, right? You worked with another brand, and that's where you first learned about the Informed Choice program?
Correct, Paul. So basically, my previous experience before starting the company, I was working for Glanbia Performance Nutrition. I mean, it's the leading sports nutrition company. I worked under Optimum Nutrition. I worked for Optimum Nutrition brand, such a big, well-respected brand in the industry. And I've seen during my work how the Informed Choice certificate added an impact and credibility to the business. You know what I mean? And the certifications brings consumer trust and brand reputation. So
Mhm.
basically, when I launched Keep Going, one of my first strategic goals was to bring the same global standards to our region. We initiated the connection with Informed Choice last year, early last year, when I started the business, and we completed the certification of our products within before the launch, like a month before the launch,
Mhm.
and actually we are continuing to increase our portfolio. Like just a couple of days back, I initiated even certifying our creatine and the rest of the range. So yeah, the relation started like 6 to 7 years back, but not from Keep Going, from
Wow.
my previous job.
Yeah. So quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a brand, obviously, it's important for you to do your own due diligence when you're choosing a certification program, any third-party certification program. Did your previous experience with Informed Choice influence that decision, maybe over choosing any others that might be available to you?
Informed choice decision wasn't a compliance decision. I was not required to do this step. It was more
Hmm.
of a value decision. We wanted to prove that a local brand can meet the international standards and the quality standards. Um, as big as all the other big names, I've been on social media saying that Keep Going is as good as, you know what I mean? So we can do it here in the region. Um, we didn't want a local or a cheaper certification, to be honest. We wanted the global standards, the gold standard of,
Hmm.
which is informed choice. So when it came to choosing a partner, there was no alternative. I wanted informed choice. I know them from before. I know how credible they are. So we just went ahead with informed choice.
Oh, that's great. Excuse me. And I think, as I was talking earlier when I made the intro, I think many consumers and athletes, they look at the informed choice certification. They just think it's, like I said, testing, and they
Yeah.
don't really understand all the levels in the process to get that certification, verifying all the quality standards. It's a pretty thorough and complex process. How did that process go for Keep Going? And did you feel that it benefited your own internal quality assurance and quality control?
100%, Paul. I mean, basically, uh, for me, having the informed choice was more of a peace of mind. And just to explain more, what do I mean by peace of mind? Consumers today are very informed more than ever, and they are also way more skeptical, right?
Hmm.
Especially in our region, by the way. So there's so many supplement scandals and misinformation, and like different claims on the pack, and there isn't really, I would say, a solid testing happening across the
Hmm.
board. So despite that, some people are doubting informed choice and the certification, but for me, it just delivers very solid messages that my batches are tested from
Yeah.
banned substances. What's written on the label is what's really in the product. My brand is transparent and accountable. We take quality and trust at the core of anything we do. I could have saved money. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm a startup at the end of the day. I could have saved money, and it's not easy for us to have access on foreign currency. I could have saved all of this money and made more money by placing a bigger order. I didn't want to do this.
Mhm.
I looked long term. I wanted to enter the market with a very unique and special way that we put quality and trust on anything we do. And I'm not here as a founder of the brand saying this. I'm bringing the global leader in this area to
Yeah.
talk on our behalf. So this was the vision, um, from Informed Choice.
Yeah, I have one last question for you. And something you said, I think, kind of goes to this question, and it really struck me as, people doubt the certification, and I think many times it's because they don't really understand what it is. As I said, what's behind it. When we started this program in 2007, we had two brands and six products.
Wow.
Currently now we have over 500 brands, 6,000 products.
Wow.
The products are available in over 157 countries. And we've been working with brands who've been working with us for the length of the program, for 18, 15 to 18 years, some very large brands, and they've seen the benefits of that program. This is obviously the first certification with, obviously Egypt, but within, the whole North African region. How is the market? outside of maybe people who've doubted it, how has the consumers, the market responded to informed choice or third party banned substance certification?
To be honest with you, Paul, it's extremely positive. Thank God. The response has been overwhelmingly positive. It's like a mix of excitement and curiosity. This is what happened in the market. So
Yeah.
so many people were like proud seeing an Egyptian brand being placed head to head with the global brands. I felt super proud to be the first one uh, taking this movement and having these conversations with the consumers. Many retailers, coaches, and even competing brands are asking, what does this certification means? Which actually, it opens a very powerful educational conversation. I'm not upset from this. Actually, I'm happy to be playing the leadership role in educating and creating this type of awareness. And consumers are proud, our community are proud, and finally, an Egyptian brand can stand next to the big global names. So
Hmm.
it's an excitement movement, and this is exactly why I wanted to start it.
Great. Excellent. That's all the questions I had for you, Kareem, but I really appreciate your time talking with us today. We're so proud and happy to have you part of the Informed Choice, family representing, brand, your brand and our brand, in this new region. So thank you so much.
Well, thanks to you. Thanks for the full team. You've been great partners, and I'm sure that the journey will continue. I appreciate you so much, guys. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.